feel like this is not necessarily going to be a regular day in the life of a backpacker in Seoul. One, because unfortunately it's my last full day in Korea and I just have a couple of things on my bucket list for this country which I really want to do, or for Seoul, and they're not exactly cheap, so I'm not going to be on a budget today. And two, there is no one in my hostel. I'm staying in an 8-bed female dorm, but there's only 2 of us, and the other lady doesn't really seem overly social, like she wants to chat, which is absolutely fine. And I've like really not bumped into anyone else in this hostel, so it's not really a social time either. But that's okay. Luckily, I do actually have a couple of friends in town from the trip that I was just previously doing around the country. So I'm going to meet up with one of them today. I'm also going to spend a little bit of time by myself. But I thought, despite those things, it would be nice to film a day in the life of a backpacker in Seoul so that I can show you around what a hostel is like here. Obviously, I'm only going to show you the one that I'm staying in, and it's just another opportunity to show you around Seoul a bit. Now, I'm doing my skincare routine right now. However, one of the first things that I'm going to do is go shopping for skincare, because Korea is famous for their amazing skincare products, which are actually very well priced, and I've not bought any yet, and I would like to go home with a lot. So one of the first things on the agenda this morning is to go shopping for skincare stuff. I've become quite into my skincare in recent years, not only because I'm getting older, I'm starting to get wrinkles and things like this, but also because I travel a lot, especially to hot destinations most of the time. I spend an awful lot of time in the sun, and I think it's so important for me especially to look after my skin and protect it from the sun, and want to deal with the damaging effects to my skin of that. So this is my lovely hostel dorm room. This is my bed. I lucked out with a bottom bunk. They did actually assign this to me, but because there's only 2 of us in here anyway, of course I can get a bottom bunk. And I'm sorry for the mess, but isn't it gorgeous in here? I even have a TV. I have my own USB, I have my own plug socket and light. The bed and the pillow are really comfortable. I will show you again what this looks like when I've actually made my bed a little bit. They also provide you with towels. This is perhaps my favorite part of the room. There is space for contemplation, a contemplation station. Just around here you can sit and you can just contemplate life. These do actually come up and you can contemplate a little bit better, which is nice. I have not actually made full use of the contemplation station yet, but I feel like I should. I just think that's the cutest idea. And then we do have these cabinets here. I seem to remember them saying the little lockers on them don't work, and so you can just use them as a cabinet, but we can hang things up here. We can use slippers. I obviously haven't used mine, which is why my bunk is such a mess. Anyway, moving on through into our ensuite bathroom. It's super, super nice. I love when, because normally I'm not a fan of ensuite bathrooms in dorm rooms, because if it's all in one, normally someone's using something and it prevents you from using something else, and it's all very frustrating. But I love it when there's an ensuite and they've separated the sinks, the shower and the toilet, because it just means that people can use several things at once. And this bathroom is absolutely huge. It looks like there's another shower here, but it's currently out of order. But that's fine, because there's only 2 of us here anyway. We have a couple of mini fridges in this dorm room. There are hair dryers. This is a female dorm. And then it says, never do that in the hostel dorm room. Never dyed hair, never dry laundry. Got it. This is the hostel reception area, though there's literally hardly anyone here. I think I've only ever seen someone here once. Moving into the kind of kitchen area. I'm not too sure if we can call it a kitchen. There's just a sink, that's a water purifier. They have a microwave, a little toaster, and a kind of a little oven, and some tea, if you want tea, but no kettle, annoyingly. What I really appreciate about the lounging area is that there is plugs everywhere, so I've been able to work pretty much everywhere here. This is the main space. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, there's plugs everywhere, so you can get work done with the most lovely view. We are up on the 10th floor of a building here. I had a little call in these swing chairs yesterday, and I know I'm saying it for a third time here, but can we just appreciate all the plug sockets around the room here? I certainly appreciate it. I only booked this accommodation like a week ago, and there actually wasn't a whole load of options in the city, so I was a bit nervous that I was going to end up with a rubbish hostel. This one is called Hostel Surrey, and I am paying, it's about £27 per night to stay in an 8-bed female dorm, which I actually thought was really good value because this is right in the centre of the city. It's right in the middle of all the action in Myeongdong, but because it's on the 10th floor, it's not noisy at all. It's actually lovely and peaceful and quiet. But this hostel doesn't have, I guess, is a vibe because I really haven't met anyone, and they don't create a social atmosphere, but it's absolutely perfect if you were just wanting to come and relax and get work done and just have a cheap place to stay in the city that's quiet and comfortable. Okay, we are ready to go out and explore. This is what I'm wearing today. It feels really weird for me not like wearing just shorts and t-shirt when I'm backpacking, because normally I'm in a hot destination, but it's like the end of October here in Seoul, so it is getting a little bit chillier, so I've always got to go out kind of covered from my arms and my legs, but I feel like this is cute. I just went all the way down the lift to realise I looked outside and I was like, I can't see anything. I haven't put in my contact lenses today. This happens to be quite a lot because I don't really realise when I'm indoors and just always looking at things that are not too far away. And then as soon as I get outside, I'm like, damn it! I can see. Okay, take 2. I'm using an app called Naver Map to get around. It works in the same way that City Mapper does and Google Maps does, but Google Maps doesn't really work for driving routes and for walking routes here in South Korea. So Naver Map really is the one to use, and it's very, very good. So that's how I'm figuring out how I'm getting around. And so right now I'm traveling from my hostel in Myeongdong to the region of Hongdae, which I haven't been to before. I have a confession. I was supposed to go for a run this morning, but I woke up quite hungover. I went to a brilliant cocktail bar last night. It was quite close to where I am in Myeongdong. It's called Ace 4 Club. Highly recommend. The cocktails were really, really nice. Also, I did just hike up a mountain and did a dance class yesterday, so my legs were feeling a little bit jelly, so I let myself off for going for a run. I was like, you know what, maybe just today's not the day. So a little birdie told me that Hongdae is not only really good for shopping, but it's also got some of the best brunch spots in the whole of Seoul. And being a big brunch fan, I absolutely wanted to make the most of it, because I was looking at brunch spots in Myeongdong and I really couldn't find any that I thought looked like amazing or like super appealing. So I did a bit of research and I decided that I was going to come to this one in Hongdae. It's called Colleen. My food is ready. Oh my god, I can't even remember what I ordered, but it looks freaking phenomenal. They only had like 1 or 2 things on the menu, which is not what I was expecting, but fortunately the one thing that they did have, I was like, oh yeah, that sounds really good. It's a mushroom and avocado omelette, I'm pretty sure. Here she is. There's my iced caramel latte. Obviously I had to get an iced caramel latte. And I know some of you may be thinking, Christianne, you're in Korea, why are you not having something more Korean? And I have been eating exclusively Korean food for the past 2 weeks, and I was just craving a classic Australian brunch. So sue me, but this is my little treat to myself, and I'm not going to feel bad about it. I actually feel very, very happy about this. I think there's a lot of travel shame around foreigners not eating exclusively the local dish when they're in a foreign destination, but how unrealistic is that? Especially if you're somewhere for an extended period of time. Like, if you were in your home country, you probably wouldn't exclusively eat the cuisine of your home country for every single meal for weeks straight. I know I wouldn't. That is delish. that cafe, Colleen, is quite literally on the Hongdae shopping street, which is great. So now I'm going to get that shopping done that I said I was going to do. So the task is to get skincare products. I want to get a lot of sheet masks. I want to get a snail slime mask, which I know sounds really strange, but I've heard it's really, really good for moisturising. And I don't know, I'll see what else I can get. I've heard that the SPFs, like the facial SPFs, are really good here as well. I've got to say, Google Translate is saving me right now because a lot of the products are just entirely in Korean and I would have no idea what it's saying. So I'm just like holding my phone up, like the camera, and it's translating pretty well, like enough to know what the product is, which is all I really need to know. I just bought so much stuff. I started getting carried away because I was stocking up on sheet masks, and then I thought, hey wait, this would be a brilliant idea as Christmas presents to give to my friends and family. So then I just started stocking up even more. Then I just really got carried away. But this is really what I wanted to do. I really wanted to stock up on skincare products here just to test them all out and to have good quality skincare products. I spent 200,000 won, but then he said to me, he was like, oh, do you want a tax return? And I thought, oh, yeah, actually, I do. I don't normally get asked that. And I didn't know if he was going to do it there and then, and he was like, well, I need your passport, and I had my passport on me, so I gave it to him, and he just typed a few things in, and the total then actually came out to 188,000 won. So I saved 12,000 won for doing that little tax thing, for carrying around my passport. So I was quite pleased with that. It's still a lot of money to spend in one outing, but I got a lot of things. I'm excited to show you all of this. I'm going to do an entire like skincare haul. But even though I was in there for like at least half an hour, maybe if not 45 minutes, I still didn't get everything I wanted. There's a brand called CosRx. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce it, and I've had a lot of recommendations for them, and so a few products in particular that I could not find in there. So I'll try and go to a different store maybe later on this evening, but the reason I couldn't stay there now is because I'm meeting my friend. We're going to go up the cable car to the N Seoul Tower, so I'm going to get public transport there. My neighbour's telling me that the best way to get there is just by bus, so I'm going to get the bus. That's where I'm heading, the N Seoul Tower, the iconic monument which I have been staring at from all around the city for the past few days, and I'm finally going up there. What I didn't know is how many stairs you'd have to go up to in order to just get to the bottom of the cable car. But I am sweaty and out of breath now. Here we are. So I'm just going to get a one-way, which is 11,000 won. Here is my ticket, and here is Juliana. Hi. We are being packed in like sardines into a very large cable car. Oh, he's coming in as well. This is not what I was expecting.
Cozy?
Yeah.
Very cozy.
It's very different from the other cable car experiences we've had in Korea.
They've been very serene and peaceful.
Yes.
And I don't think that's how you describe this.
You can see the beautiful autumnal colours as we're going up. This really is such a nice season to be in South Korea because everything is orange and peach and red, and it's really nice. Wow, hey. So nice. Whoopa. I don't know why I thought we were going up there. Maybe we are going up there. Where's Juliana gone?
It's actually really nice with the colour of the
leaves.
and then the grey of the city. I think it looks so
pretty.
Yeah, so pretty.
It's pretty. Okay, so we're going into the observation deck entrance. Not too sure yet how much it's going to cost to go up there, but we'll have a look. I got a ticket. It was 21,000 won to go up to the observation deck from up here, which is not cheap, but also like not outrageously expensive. And Juliana and I were just thinking it's our last day in Seoul, and this is like the most iconic thing to do in the city, or one of the most iconic things to do. We're already, you know, halfway there, so we might as well go the whole way there. I feel like this is not like a backpacking day at all. Like, this is a backpacker day in the life. The only thing backpacking was that I woke up in a dorm bed, and that's about it. It feels awfully similar to the one in Busan, doesn't it?
It does feel quite similar,
the X the sky. Meanwhile, we're going up many floors. Oh, my ears kind of just popped.
Yeah.
Oh, we arrived. Thank you. Wow, wee. Gosh, these autumnal colours in contrast with the kind of grey mist of the city is really dramatic. Oh, that was quick. I mean, the whole experience is quite quick. The highlight, though, was the toilet.
The toilet was definitely the
toilet with a view was amazing. Autumn leaves falling. We are walking back down the Namsan mountain now. So the N Seoul Tower is built on the top of the Namsan mountain. It's only about 287 metres, the mountain itself, so not huge. N Seoul Tower is known as the Tower of Love, which makes a lot of sense as to why there's so many of those love locks located all across the top. And it's a very romantic spot for people in Seoul to come, so that's nice. So we kind of caved. We were going to walk down the mountain, and then we saw that you could get the bus down, and we were like, well,
the spa is calling.
The spa is calling.
And we must go.
And we must go. So that is the next stop on the itinerary of the day. We are going to go to a traditional Korean bathhouse, which neither of us have done, and apparently it's quite the experience. It's not just like any normal spa. There's going to be a lot of nakedness and a lot of body scrubbing. It's like an iconic thing that you kind of need to do when you're in Korea, so we're very excited. Oh, our bus is here. 안녕하세요. The bathhouse that we have chosen to go to is called Spa Lay. It's just in the northern side of the Gangnam area of Seoul, and I was actually heavily influenced by a blogger when I was doing my research about Korean bathhouses. There was a blogger who was explaining all about her experience and what to expect, and I just thought it was the most helpful blog post, and I'll link it down below. And she went to a spa called Spa Lay, and she just highly recommended it, especially for foreigners. She said she just felt very comfortable and she had a really positive experience there, and I thought,
sounds dreamy.
Yeah, sounds great. I've been influenced. So that is where we are going, and this is where I actually came the other day to try and make a reservation, only to arrive there and they were like, we don't take reservations. You just literally... Yeah, she looked at me as if to be like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, sorry. So I was like, okay, well, I'll come back in 2 days then without a reservation. She was like, okay, yep, do that. And apparently this spa is open 24/7, which seems crazy.
They were saying that like at night, you often finish a night out, right? And then you can go to the spa,
yes,
which is actually really cool.
It is cool. I can't imagine finishing a night out though and wanting a body scrub
and then going to work straight after.
I just want to go to sleep. Yeah. So yeah, I can't quite imagine that, but I'm very excited to have a body scrub now, and we want to have like the full shebang and get like a massage and a facial and all of that. Obviously I'm not going to film really at all when we're in there because we're going to be naked and we're just going to be wet and whatnot, so it will be a case of me sharing with you what happens afterwards. We have just come out of the spa. An hour and a half later, and we feel like absolute newborn babies.
Oh, man, scrubbed.
It was good. It was really, really good. And it was a culture shock, and it was something so different. I actually am going to make a whole video, if I haven't already, on that entire experience, talking you through what to expect, what happened, what we did. But I won't do that in this video because I'm not going to bore you with all the details, but that was great. Absolutely fantastic. And we're now both absolutely starving, and we would love some Korean fried chicken.
Yes, please.
And beer. Yes, please.
Absolutely.
So we're going to head back to Myeongdong, which is where we're staying, get something to eat. We've come to BHC, which is where I went last time, and I got some like really nice soy sauce fried chicken the last time I came here, and unfortunately they didn't have it on the menu in this one because it's a slightly different one. But we've gone for boneless because that is the best. Oh, hot. They've got some beer as well. Okay, see that there? It's another Olive Young. I'm going for take 2 today. I'm going to try and get some of the COSRX products that I didn't manage to get in the previous one. And also, I'm going to do some more shopping. It's my last day in Korea. I've got to get as much as I can. I just went on an absolute disgusting rampage in this store. And I bought like 70, no, maybe more, maybe like 80 or 90 sheet masks. But that was what I really wanted to do. I told her that like these are great gifts for my friends, and it was 10 masks for 10,000 won, and then you got a whole packet for free. So essentially that's about 30p per sheet mask. So I just absolutely made the most of that amazing deal, and she recommended me all of the best ones. At least I think she was honest in her recommendations and wasn't just like trying to sell me the things that were going to make her the most commission. I hope not. Anyway, I like to think she was trustworthy. So no, I think I'm done with the skincare. I feel really, really good with that. Like I said before, I will do a whole haul on the things that I bought in Korea because I think that that's really exciting. But now I need to find a little suitcase for everything. Like all of that, these bags are completely full. They're not going to fit in my suitcase. I fly home tomorrow, so I need to buy another very small suitcase to travel with all my products back home with. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever said, but it's true. Look at this pretty light. I did it. I got a little suitcase and I'm very pleased with it actually.